Hi, my name is Herman Middleton, and welcome to the Protecting Veil YouTube channel, which is all about understanding our Orthodox Christian faith better so we can live it more deeply. In order to do this, I started to produce videos for something I call the Collective Wisdom Project. And today's video comes from an interview I conducted in the summer of 2010 when I went on a month-long road trip throughout the Midwest and up and down the East Coast, interviewing interesting Orthodox thinkers. Mother Christophora is the Abbess of the Monastery of the Transfiguration in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania. She's been Abbess there for over 30 years. I was really glad for the opportunity to interview a monastic Abbess, and I'm really grateful to Mother Christophora for her generosity. So I hope you'll enjoy this episode from my interview with Mother Christophora.
Well, I would say that we really need good parishes. That's the yeast, that's the leaven, that's where, for most of us, our Christian life is lived out. We need good, serious parish priests. They have a lot on their shoulders, especially in this country in this time. They need to do so many different things, as well as have quite a ability to administer. There's so many questions, not only spiritual questions, but many administrative questions that face them. But the parish is again, it's really where the Christian life is nurtured and lived out for the majority of Christians. We respect very much the parishes. We respect our parish priests, their families. They also bear quite a burden. And obviously we respect and honor and pray for our bishops, who have very much on their shoulders. But from the parish, hopefully, we will receive vocations to the monastic life, one or two or three, perhaps. In a history of a parish in this country, I would think that that would be quite a large number to come to a monastery. So you see, it's a very, in proportion, a very small number of people would leave a parish, feel called to monastic life. So that shows how important the parish life is. If our parishes are healthy, if they have a good liturgical practice, if people who go to church feel they want to go to more church because their experience in parish life is a very beautiful experience, and hopefully a very loving experience, so that the relationships there are ones of respect and ones of love. Those parishes will bear fruit, and among the fruit that they can bear would be vocations to monastic life. Men or women who, again, having a good experience in the parish would feel that call to do this. I want to do this more. I love my parish. I've learned very much here, but I want to do it not 1 day a week or 2 days a week or perhaps 3 days a week during Lent. We might have in a parish 3 days a week with church. I want to do it every day. So those people might be called to monastic life. Some of the women that come here, one of the things that's interesting, one of the things that holds them back, gives them a little reservation, they'll say, I'm going to really miss my parish. And, I see that as a positive sign, and I tell them that. I see that, that to me indicates that woman is able to make a spiritual relationship, to have a spiritual relationship, and to bond in a spiritual way to people. Because if she feels very close to her parish priest, to the people in her parish, I see that as a good sign. And just like we give up families and marriage and career to come to a monastery, we also have to give up parishes. And for many of us who came from these types of parishes that I'm describing, it gave some pause. it was something that definitely we gave up and we were going to miss. But those parishes do nurture good candidates for monastic life and produce that fruit that can come to the monastery. On the other hand, what a monastery can do for a parish, we might ask that question. And parish people, as good as their parishes are, sometimes get a little distracted. I think those of you who are active in your parish know what I mean. You show up on a Sunday morning, you're very excited to go to the Divine Liturgy, perhaps you're very spiritually hungry, you've had a rough week, and you want to go to liturgy, you want to receive communion, but you've got other obligations. You might have to do coffee hour, you might have to be on some kind of committee meeting, or even to sing in the choir, which is a very wonderful thing to do. But at some moments we can feel, gee, all I do is pay attention to what page we're on, what we have to sing next. And I would really like to go to a liturgy where I didn't have to sing. And we all have that feeling, those of us who labor in the church. So a monastery can be that kind of place where we can come apart for a while, as Christ says to his disciples, and be away for a few days, perhaps a Sunday a year or 2 Sundays a year, or if you're able to be away during the week, to come to a monastery during the week so that you can be in the whole liturgical cycle. Not only the Divine Liturgy, but the hours, the Vespers, the Matins, and really to sit back and kind of soak it in and receive. Because if you're active in your parish, you're probably giving a lot, and you need to recharge your spiritual batteries, as we say. Coming to a monastery can help to do that. So there should always be in the church a profound respect from the monastery towards the parish, and hopefully from the parish towards the monastery, that we should nurture each other's spiritual lives, encourage each other along the way, and fulfill each other's needs. If we didn't have good parishes, we would have no vocations to the monastery. If we didn't have good monasteries, then the parishes would feel like there's nothing else. There's only this parish and maybe the parish down the road, but we need something beyond that from time to time. In our monastery here in Western Pennsylvania, we never had to become a parish. We live in a very small community. Ellwood City has 9,000 or 10,000 people. But we have 3 Orthodox parishes. The parishes are each nearly 100 years old, founded by immigrants to this town, coming from different areas of Europe, and they founded their parishes. So we're very rich. Western Pennsylvania, the greater Pittsburgh area, has over 100 parishes. So we've never had to become a parish. Some monasteries, some Orthodox monasteries are in very isolated areas of our country, and people need to attend those monasteries on a regular basis, because otherwise they have to maybe drive 2 or 3 hours to the nearest parish. Those are unique situations which we haven't had to face here. But also, besides the fact that we haven't needed to become a parish, we also really resisted becoming a parish. Why? Why would we do that? Well, there's very practical reasons for that. If you're married and you have different needs than the monastics have, first of all, you need to get married, so you need a parish priest who knows you and knows your future spouse and can counsel you. If you have children, you need to have them baptized. If you're sick and in the hospital, you need to have a parish priest who will come and visit you. So you see, the monastery is not here to serve those needs. We need the parishes to meet those needs. And besides the fact that you receive those things from your parish, there's something also very important, and that is that you offer yourself, you sacrifice yourself on behalf of the parish. It might be tempting to come to a monastery on Sunday morning because the singing is beautiful and the vestments are beautiful, the icons are beautiful, the candles are lit, somebody made the prosphra, everything is done for you. But what we really learn by being members of a parish is that we have to offer ourselves. In order for that liturgy to take place on Sunday, a lot of people have to do a lot of things. Not only does the priest have to wake up early in the morning and say his prayers and get to church before everyone else and do the proskomedia, but a lot of other people have to contribute in very tangible, physical ways to pay the bills so that we can turn the lights on, to turn on the heat or the air conditioning in advance before the people come so that it's a comfortable temperature, to prepare the coffee or to prepare the candle stands. And those are really important things. The spiritual life is also very physical. We all need those things that are very concrete ties to the worship. We have to offer ourselves physically as well as spiritually, mentally, in that liturgy. So we all have to come together, whether in the parish on Sunday morning or in the monastery. All of us come together to serve with the priest the divine liturgy, to offer ourselves and one another to Christ our God.
Hi again, I hope you enjoyed this episode from my interview with Mother Christophora. Please subscribe to get notified when new videos become available, which happens every Friday. And also, if you would, please leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know what you thought of this video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.